Hola chicos, bienvenidos al cuarto cuatro. Vamos a hacer clic aquí en español 6. ¡Woo! Español 6. ¡Woohoo! ¡Qué inteligentes somos! Sí, sí. You are a Spanish genius. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh. Entonces, as Ken says here, I'm a Spanish genius. So Spanish 6, you made it. This class is going to be credit, no credit, according to what Mr. Lemaster says. I'm not really sure what that means yet, but I will tell you when I know. Final exam definitely in June. I am just going to be able to orally and also written be able to check to make sure that you are ready to go on to Spanish 7, 8. So if you are doing what I'm asking you to do a little bit every single day, you should have no problem. Basically what you have to be able to do is to write me a nice paragraph in the past using preterite and imperfect. And you have to write me a paragraph about recommending something using subjunctive. And then you have to write me a little paragraph. I'm going to choose whether it's going to be two commands or usted commands or negative commands or positive commands. And you're going to have to write a little paragraph about that. So it's not a whole heck of a lot, but it is a lot because it's a little confusing when you have to switch the endings, okay? But that's the goal, being able to recommend something, be able to tell a story in the past tense using both past tenses. And what else? Oh yeah, subjunctive. Can you do the subjunctive? So that's your final exam. All right, we already did April 6th through 10th, and that was the first foray into all this vocabulary about staying in shape. So let's go to April 20th through 24th. Remember that if you need me at any time, all you need to do is email me and I'll get back to you. Either we'll do a Zoom conference if you need some tutorial, but I miss seeing you, so please don't feel like you're, asking something that I don't want to do. I'd love for you to ask for help. So let me know. All right, so let's take a look. What is our goal? Exam time at the end of the week, please. I might postpone that, but we'll see how we're doing throughout the week. But let's try for Thursday. Can you please tell Profe how to stay in shape? That's what your goal is for the test. Can you tell your friend how to stay in shape? That's the goal for the test. Can you tell your friend what not to do? Because if he's lying on the couch and eating Doritos, not a good thing. And can you tell Profe what not to do? Like, Profe, geez, you better not be eating those Doritos. Me encantan las papitas de Lay's. Y las papas fritas. No coma, Profe, no coma las papas de McDonald's y Five Guys. I need you to study a little bit every single day, just like always, please. Quizlet vocab is here for you, and I just made you a Quizlet with the verbs. So get cracking on that second part, please. So if you want to do that first after I do my little lesson here, that would be a good idea, and then you could do the homework so much faster. All right, you guys. So let's get into the lesson for today. So for Monday, remember the weirdo chart? And the weirdo chart, any verb that's on that huge sheet of paper, if it comes out of your mouth, then the next verb that comes out of your mouth has to be the subjunctive. World of dreams, wrong endings, because it hasn't happened yet. So we already worked on the impersonal expressions, which were es importante que, es bueno que, es malo que, and then you did the subjunctive in the second part. So that was our first foray into subjunctive. Now we're going to work on the R's. Guess what we're doing next chapter? Yeah, the blue column. All right, so anyway, what are the recommendations? So let's take a look at what's in this chapter. There are 4 verbs that fit basically into these categories. So I advise you to do something. If I advise you to do something, I don't know if you're going to do it. You got to be in the world of dreams. I demand that you're going to do it. I demand it. But are you going to do it? I don't know. I recommend that you study before you do the homework. Do I know if you're going to listen to me or not? I don't have eyes watching you all the time. And I feel goes into that orange column on the weirdo. On the orange column, it's all emotion. I'm mad at you. I'm mad that you did that. I'm happy that you did that. I'm sad that you did that. Any of those emotions cause subjunctive. Why? It's just what they do. It's just something different in language that, frankly, we just don't have this concept in English pretty much. So, let's take a look at these. Clase, repitan. Aconsejo, exijo, recomiendo, me siento. Now notice that these are all regular verbs except for the reflexive verb sentirse, because no one can make you feel something. You yourself feel this emotion. Your body is creating this emotion inside itself, so it's reflexive. So you would start out your trigger sentences for the subjunctive like this. Yo aconsejo que. Yo exijo que. Notice that G turns to a J. It's not a misprint. It's an irregular. And I put it over here in your Quizlet. Recomiendo que. Me siento que. Notice that I don't have to put the yo in there. Remember, yo is optional. The me, not so much. So anytime I say those four things, I advise you to do something. I demand you to do something. I feel that you should do something. The next part of the sentence has to be subjunctive. The AR endings are not AR endings. The AR ending switches to ER endings. And the ER verbs switch to AR endings. So we'll get into that in the homework. All right. So let's scoot down here to the Google Doc. If you want to pause me right now, that would be a good idea. And go ahead and print what's coming on the Google Doc. If you don't want to print, that's perfectly okie dokie. Just go ahead and write it down. No problem. So what we want to do here. Now I'm going to disappear because I need to use my little pen. And I hope it works. We'll see how it goes. So in this chapter, we're using the R of weirdo. So if I say I order or request or ask for, I tell, I order, that's mandar, to order. Ordeno, I order. Prohíbo, I prohibit. Permito, exijo, with the J changed to G changed to a J. Recomiendo, aconsejo, sugiero. All those are going to trigger the subjunctive. So let's take a look over here again. What I put in the lesson is right here for you so that you can have it in your notes. And so anytime you would say, I advise you to, aconsejo que. Let's repeat that a couple times. Aconsejo que. Aconsejo que, aconsejo que. Exijo que, exijo que, exijo que. It even sounds like you're mad with that. Yeah? Exijo que. Recomiendo que, recomiendo que, recomiendo que. Me siento que, me siento que, me siento que. All those are going to trigger subjunctive. Remember, in the first part, you're going to have me siento que, exijo que, recomiendo que. Those are all normal verbs. Then you're always going to have a K. Sometimes in English, we don't put K when we put things together with these sentences. But you have to have the K together with it. And then I need to choose a new verb and put the subjunctive ending on the second. Remember, this person has to be different than this person. So let's take a look. In the homework today, I want you to answer the question, ¿Son buenos consejos? ¿Son buenos consejos? Are these good advice? So what I'm going to ask you to do is to look at the picture for context, read what I put here, and tell me whether that's yes, good advice, or no. Y tacha la casilla, okay? Yo exijo que tú comas alimentos con mucha grasa, con mucha grasa. Yo exijo que tú comas alimentos, hamburguesas, papas fritas, con mucha grasa, ¿sí o no? ¿Son buenos consejos o son malos consejos? That's all you have to do. Now look at the next picture. Vamos a mirar este gordito. El gordito está en él está en báscula. That's a scale. Báscula. Él está en la báscula. Él es gordito. Yo aconsejo que usted pierda 30 libras. ¿Sí o no? ¿Son buenos consejos? Aquí, número 3. Yo recomiendo, mira la chica, la joven, ella es de los años 80, ella tiene pelo extraordinario y súper grande y ella levanta las pesas. A ver, yo recomiendo que ella levante pesas. Que ella haga abdominales, que ella haga la bici y que ella haga aeróbicos. ¿Son buenos consejos o son malos? ¿Buenos o malos? Tacha. Mira, él es súper guapo y súper musculoso. ¡Qué guay! ¡Qué guapo! Él tiene muchos músculos. Y los músculos, él tiene abdominales increíbles. Él tiene una barra de chocolate. Me siento que él necesite hacer más abdominales y flexiones. ¿Son buenos consejos o son malos consejos? ¿Él necesita hacer más abdominales? Y aquí, con la persona que está meditando, me siento que tú debas meditar más para bajar el estrés. Me siento que debas meditar más para bajar el estrés. ¿Es buenos consejos o son malos consejos? Ahora, vale. Chicos, yo tengo muchos problemas durante la cuarentena. Yo como mucho. No hago ejercicios. Y tú eres mi entrenador. Y por favor, ayúdame y dame unos buenos consejos para mí. Yo voy a empezar tu oración y tú vas a terminarla. Yo te doy una palabra en el banco aquí, pero tú puedes usar cualquier vocabulario en tu lista de Quizlet. Vamos a repasar un poquito. Repitan. Hacer ejercicios aeróbicos. Hacer ejercicios aeróbicos. Estar en forma. Hacer la bici. Relajarse. Respirar. Aguantar. Concentrar. Estar de buen humor. Saltar la comida. Now usually saltar means to jump. Like saltar la cuerda, you learned in 3-4, to jump rope. This is saltar la comida. It doesn't mean jump over food. It means to skip over a meal. Desarrollar. Contener. Incluir. Now, if you studied your vocab, there are some spelling issues with these little guys in the yo form. So some of them you've used and some of them you haven't, like contener. Anytime that you have a word that has another word in it, a compound word, tener went to tango, so contener is going to go to contengo. Tener went to tienes, contener is going to go to contienes. All right, so be careful about that. Incluir has some funky stuff going on. And I think everything else is okay. The irregulars or the reflexives are hard, so I put them in there for you. All right. Chicos, durante la cuarentena, yo como demasiada comida chatarra. Y yo no hago ejercicio. Y, ay, Dios mío, me duele la espalda. Y me siento agobiada, me siento estresada. ¿Qué recomiendas que yo haga? ¿Qué recomiendas que yo haga? ¿Qué tú recomiendas que yo haga? You should never use haga with another verb. So I don't want to hear you say haga hacer ejercicios or haga estar en forma. I don't want to hear you say that. So always think of estar as me giving you like a blank space, and then you put the new verb in place of that. So there's yo que recomiendas que haga, take out the haga, and put in a new verb with the subjunctive. Be careful, some are AR verbs and some are ER verbs. So I started this sentence off, and let's do the first one together. Let me get my pen. I started here with aconsejo. I advise that you, profe, do what? So go back up here and choose one of the things that you have here. I advise that you, let's say, skip a meal. So you want to put the word saltar here, right? But that's, and then the rest of it. But that's not everything you have to do, because I use the word aconsejo, and que, the usted has to be conjugated on the bottom of saltar. You have to be able to do that. So go ahead. Now, are you going to put salta for profe salta, or are you going to put salte? Oh, you are. You're right. You're going to put salte. So how would you tell me, I advise you? Yes. Aconsejo que usted salte una comida. I advise you to skip a meal. Do I know if Prof's going to skip a meal or not? Profe never skips a meal. Es obvio, ¿no? So now go ahead with the rest of the worksheet, and that's very similar to what you're going to have to do on the test. Adios, chicos. Have fun studying.